I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, habit gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't...
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Results.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. McKenzie now to return it. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From midfield, here's Carr. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the point after.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Pulls it in at the 13. A nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devin Bush, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goal.
Travis Kelce, touchdown, Indianapolis. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Jenkins on the tackle.
It's a big play that time for the Packers.
The 7-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of yard from the 6 to the 5.
That's the end of the first.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A quick toss out right, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown, and the Packers have taken the lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, it's Taylor. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
They run it here with Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Gordon. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run with Lindsey out of the gun.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got Gordon open. up and completes it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the Packers.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up... And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr again. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. Throw is going to be incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
That's caught inside the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Wentz. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
For Troy Fumagalli, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. First down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to loft one, deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now is Wentz. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Wentz. Open man is Anderson. Well, they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Melvin Gordon. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on 1st down, Carr. Smith catches left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Smith Jr. A 14-yard pickup, but it's 3rd down.
Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Carr. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st down, Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
From the gun, it's Carr. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and...
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. That worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
On the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
It's a gain of 4.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw is Wentz. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Colts 38, Packers 24. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there.
15.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers are back within a score.
Lining up for
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
31.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and
8. Wentz to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Punt, give them 9, though, on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Carr to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Smith.
This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw his car. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth.
At 38 all.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Boy, a potential game changer there here in the fourth quarter to kick that out of bounds. And now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Wentz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Melvin Gordon. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Quick throw, it's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less. Because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think any...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Wentz now to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Campbell. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 32-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal is from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Indianapolis, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago.